Bunker studio. A man who laughed at the passing of Naomi Judd. Please welcome the Prince of Darkness, Eric Zane.
It's not true. Nobody would do that. Laughing. The passing of Naomi Judd. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. This is a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Right here, as you heard the devil indicate, in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Okay. Let's see. Where is my brain today? God, I don't know. We have my pal Kyle, who is now like an employee here at the house. He is picking up the pieces of my failed attempt to rehabilitate this home and just starting off amazingly. Holes in the wall downstairs that I was like, well, this is going to stretch my brain capacity to the max. There's no way I can possibly get this done. The effort level is so minimal to someone who has the right tools and who has done this before. This is a real low point in my life that for the past 2 years, I'm like, nope, I'm going to do it. And, you know, the whole dynamic of while I'm saying for 2 years, I'm going to do it. Other things are falling apart in the household. So Dinah's like, yeah, now we have to do it all at once. I'm like, and I go, well, it doesn't really matter if we do it all at once or if we do it in little increments. She goes, yeah, but I've been without a basement for 2 years. I go, let's not look back. Let's look forward. Let's look forward. Can you fault a man for wanting to try to do it on his own? Okay? The point is, I'm on your side now. We had a disagreement. We were, I was Ukraine, you were Russia, and we were butting heads on that. It was a stalemate. Ukraine, Russia, minus the death of young women or young children and women and old people and whatnot. But okay, it was a stalemate. Now we're there. I'm on your side. You're like, hey, I want this done. I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah. She has, you see, when you put her through what I've put her through for the past 2 years, when you do finally decide to turn it around, there's really no discussion as to what's going to happen in the remodel. She basically just bypasses me and says to Kyle, who's doing all this for me, yeah, I want this done and this done and this done. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, man, of course. Oh, that's a great decision. And she's just looking at me side-eye like, you better say that. You better say this is a great decision. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's cool. I'm all about it. So on Saturday, there was this, it's boring, but he's working like effortlessly. The things he's accomplishing, and like he'll go and like cut a couple of 2x4s, which I guess a year and a half ago were $2.50 and now they're $7. I did that. And then he just easily just, puts it where it needs to be and zip, zip, zip. And then the next thing you know, the hunk of drywall is on there and then mud and tape, and all while he's talking to me. It's just spectacular. And all the while, I'm watching the ease at which he's doing this. And I'm like, I can do that. If you But I need to be like a boss. A boss need to say, hey, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take these pieces of wood and do this. I actually could do that. But it's all of the, man, I'm telling you, if I'm sitting there looking around that room, I get so overwhelmed that I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know the steps. I'm at a loss. Zero experience. Fuck it. But he's supposed to walk in the house here sometime today. I actually left all the doors open for him. He's going to walk in, say hi to the NFK. Garage open. I'm podcasting. Let yourself in, ETA. No pressure, of course. Maybe moving stuff from one storage unit to another today at one point. Depends on when my helper gets out of bed. So I may be in and out of your house today. Guy's got a great gig. He has no one like, he's kind of got Diana. You see, now what the dynamic of her giving me the business is, I mean, I've done all I can. She says to me, she goes, when's Dickhead coming over? Like, we've known this guy for years. Very close friends. When's Dickhead coming over? I go, I don't know. She goes, well, tell him it better all be done. Now, she's kidding, but I'm like, thank God it's on you, not me. I have turned the corner in this whole charade. So, there you go. Now, I said to him, he's in a spot. What he used to do for a living was he used to be like a managerial person overseeing like factories. Like there's a guy, there's a boss over the factory who takes care of logistics and things like that, and people showing up to work, kind of keeping the flow of whatever it is the manufacturing place is making. He's done everything. But he's old as shit now. He's 62, so no one will hire him. And I go, and so he's all worried about that. And so he's like, I think I want to start my own business. And, but I can't get any health insurance. I go, I got just a guy for you. So I point him in the direction of Frank Fuss. And those two had a conversation. And so I see him on Saturday. I go, did you get your health insurance? He goes, yeah, you were right. So now he's got health insurance. He goes, I had no idea that's how it worked. And what he means by that is what I was trying to tell you before about how the government subsidizes the monthly cost of insurance. So you end up not paying a lot. And he goes, and you know what's funny is the insurance that I got is the best insurance we've ever had. I go, I know it because employers always go cheap. They always do. So you're sitting there and you go, oh, I got all these fringe benefits. I've got insurance. Yeah, what's your policy or what's the coverage? Well, it's like a 80-20 copay, maximum out-of-pocket $10,000. That's not good insurance. That's shit insurance. With and you look at these prescription drug costs, it's like, this is ridiculous. You're better off, okay, with the insurance you can get from the government. But the thing is, you can't just go buy it. If you have it offered to you by your employer, you can't get this. So anyway, so he says to me, he goes, yeah, I just want to be able to earn till I retire at like 67. I go, so you got like less than 5 years? He goes, yeah. I go, well, why are you trying to get a job working for the man? What do you mean? I go, just do this. You can do all of this. Just throw up a stupid website. I mean, you're working, okay, you're probably going to chew through 6 months with me of that 4 years, however many months, right? Yeah. I go, well, okay, great. Well, you have between now and the end of that time to work up your next job, and you can also do small jobs on the side. Oh, yeah. You already got your insurance. I mean, my God, even if you just put up a stupid Facebook page and spread the word amongst your friends, you can probably get plenty of work. Well, what about taxes? I go, I got a guy for that too. I got you covered. then I said, and if you really want to make some cash, you can work a few hours a week over at Bosco's Pub. He's like, what? I go, you used to cook your way through college, didn't you? He goes, yeah, I did. I go, pub food? Yeah. Okay, that's what this is. He needs a cook. How much does he pay an hour? I go to Doug. I go, how much you pay an hour? He goes, $15 to $22 an hour. I go, okay. Well, my man Kyle here is a premium product. First of all, he's old, so you can depend on him. You see, if you have the skill set that he has, and it's a 25-year-old, the 25-year-old is going to flake out. 99% of all people 25 and under flake out. 62-year-olds don't. I go, so you hire his old ass. He's plenty of experience, so you're going to need to hire him at the high end of that pay scale. I'll introduce you to. So basically, Ding Dong comes here. He works at my house. This is why it's good to know a champion of the people like me, Eric Zane. Since he showed up here, he's working here. He has now insurance, and he's working on a side gig at the restaurant. And when he goes into business for himself, he's got the Tax Hobbit tag accounting. My God. And he's like, yeah, my wife's starting to come around to this idea because that was the hang up for him. She's like, I don't know. I don't know if we can swing it. We don't have insurance. Yes, you do. Come on. Come on, guy. All right. So welcome in. As you know, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. I've been, for the past few days, throwing the show up on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at about the same time, and then I kind of like cut the feed. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So if you're enjoying this on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, just know that Facebook is brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Thank you. Twitter, brought to you by Blue Frost IT, at Eric Zane Show on Twitter. And YouTube, the almighty YouTube, Eric Zane Show on YouTube, brought to you by the aforementioned Frank the Tank Fuss. My policy shop insurance found at buyinsurancehere.com. For you folks on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live if you want the rest of today's show live as it happens. If not, that's fine. You can go back and watch it later, the whole thing, or download the audio podcast wherever you download podcasts. Just search Eric Zane Show. It's that simple. Because the beauty, the thing about Twitch is when you're watching it live, you can dim the screen and go about your day and not have to worry about eating your battery and whatnot. It's a lot more easy. It's easier to manage on Twitch. So, and less chance of me getting bum rushed and kicked off of those platforms, which happens all the damn time. So go right now if you want the rest of the show live. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Goodbye. And now they're gone. Now we are together. The way it was. The way it shall be. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Also brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Zero chance that I am going to make it through this show today without having to go tinkle. I wrote some notes down, and there are people that are like, I'm wondering if he's going to talk about it. And it is concerning Bosco's Pub. And yes, I am going to talk about it. Now, I was in my element, surrounded by women, okay? And I had Lisa Kay, Sarah Rook-Ruck-Roosh, diagonal across from me, Amanda Dildo, directly across from me. To her left, Stevie. To my right, Fartoon. You're like, wait, what is Fartoon? Who is Fartoon? That is a name you've probably never heard of before, but she is a young lady who's a nurse at one of the local hospitals. and has actually been at one or two of my paintball events. And she's been listening since she was like a little girl. And it makes me feel old. She's only 22 and super sweet. And she shows up there, doesn't know anybody. And everybody's like, oh, who is she? But that was very, very cool. I was glad to see her. I haven't seen her in some time. She witnessed the madness that I've spoke of before. And I'm so happy that a new person has seen it. Sarah, Rook Ruck Roosh. The whole idea that she is not aware that, people can hear her. Talked about this before many times. She is a absolute wild child. And I think she doesn't realize that she doesn't have an indoor voice. And when it happens, she's like, oh, I don't care. But I think she does care. I think she's just oblivious to when she's dropping F-bombs and, whatever she's doing there. She's oblivious to the people that are around her. So it was packed. There was a lot of people there that we don't know. And this moment in particular is extra special because there was some dumb discussion going on about signing your name on the back of a debit card or a credit card. And I think we got into this because it was time to pay the bill and mine was out because, you got to, whatever it is, either give it to the server or scan the little QR code, which is my new favorite thing to do, and just pay at your seat. And Sarah goes, your name's not supposed to be signed on the back of that thing. It's supposed to say check ID. And I just look at her. I don't say anything. And Amanda jumps in and she goes, no, you're not. And so these two titans are squaring off at this point. And so I'm like, okay. Hold on a second. And they're like arguing, almost like fighting over it. And I'm just listening to this, and Amanda is making her points about why you need to sign it. And Sarah is making her points about why you should sign it. And frankly, I'm just kind of like, I forget the actual points that they were making because Amanda was really like, no, this pisses me off so bad. I used to work in this industry, and I'll tell you what, this is a real problem. And she's really getting into it. And Sarah's like, no. And I'm like, shut up, you two. My God. So then I pull out my cards, not my penis. And I go, look, well, I signed the back of this one, but I did not sign the back of this one. And Sarah takes it. And then, okay, now the part about the argument is now over. Okay, that's just all background because the best part is next. She takes the card and she pulls down her shirt and sticks the card into her bra, my card. And it is now on her titty. And so I'm just looking. Now, I haven't spoken in any of this. I'm just watching these two Titans fight. And then now my debit card is on her tit. And then after a few seconds of tit smeg being applied to the card, she removes it. It's got a high sheen to it when she takes it out. And then She drags it under her nose and smells it. Again, in the open, and then hands it to me. And then, like my eyes are doing, her eyes look, and her face turns bright red. And then I look, and I realize what's happened. And someone has been watching her. And there was a child 7 feet away. And she leans in and she goes, "Oh my God, that little boy was watching me do that." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, yes, of course. That's how eyes work. You're in the open. They can see you as well as hear you. So when you remove my credit card from your boulder holder and sniff it for some reason and then give it back to me, that is going to be witnessed. The hell is wrong with you?" Incredible. What a scene. It was a major moment and one that I will never, ever forget. And she's got a short memory. So I hope she never, ever changes, you know? But it was all good. Then we had a discussion. Okay, one of the people that I've mentioned, again, I'm surrounded by ladies. Lisa Kay, Sarah Rook-Rock-Roosh, Amanda, Stevie, and Fartoon. Also there is Lisa Kay's husband, who now I've had long talks with him before. He's very engaging, so I tried to talk to him. And I said to him, "Eric," because this is what he was doing. This is my impression of Lisa's husband the entire time. He's staring at his phone for like 90 minutes. So I was like, I always kind of feel bad about that. So I go, "Eric, how you doing, buddy? How's the ankle?" Because he had hurt himself. I almost said hurting. He had hurt himself. And you know what he did? He went, "Oh, yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's a little better." You know, I go, "Okay." And then right back to the phone. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then, like 88 minutes later, we're all having a big laugh or something like that. And I look at him, I go, "Shut up, Eric." Hasn't said a word. Phone right to the face. It's like, dude, what? Come on. Do you hate this that much? You gotta, I want you to be the life of the party. I think that it is important that Lisa gives him some type of, I don't know, an edible, or maybe you guys burn a big fat one beforehand. I need more interaction from this man. What's going on there? Was it me? Did I smell? Saturday, it was a night out for your old pal Eric Zane and the. Oh, wait a minute! I'm getting ahead of myself. I was going somewhere with that last story. All these ladies are there, and I had a what if scenario that I put out in front of. Let's see, how can I word this? One of those women that I was just talking about with you. You had Lisa, Fartoon, Stevie, Sarah Rook-Rock-Roosh, and Amanda. I said to one of those women, because we got onto the topic of sex, and one of these women said she was at a bar and a guy was hitting on her. I'll just tell you, it was Amanda. This part, you know what? I'm just going to tell you that this is Amanda for the whole thing. I'm not going to couch this part of it. Amanda was at the bar and some guy was hitting on her. And she was a little bit, "No, I'm not interested," and left the bar. And then by the time she got home, she was like, "Oh man, I could have gotten some dick. I need to hunt this guy down." And she learned that this is like a local yokel who always goes to this place. So she informed us that she was going to go back to that bar on the prowl to get this guy and bring him home. True story. And I go, wow, all right, well, that sounds good. I mean, that's what you do, right? And she informed me that when she met the guy, there was a handshake that took place. And she was a little bit bugged out because the guy, when they shook hands, he took one finger and like scratched her palm like that, which I think means something. That means, I'm not sure, but I've heard that means like, I want to have sex with you. So that happened. And me and all my lady friends went, oh my God, holy shit. And then Lisa's husband's looking at his phone. So that's cool. She's going back to go get a fresh ding dong. I wonder if she found that guy. Hey Siri. Mm-hmm. Call Amanda Dildo on speaker.
Calling Amanda Dildo on speaker.
Hello.
Did you find him?
No, I didn't go back because I am not 100% right now.
Oh,
So
that's right. You're a little under the weather.
Yes, and I'm coughing and it's not attractive, and I'm like,
No.
just screw that. So
No.
I went home and went to sleep.
No, I'm with you, because if you're hacking up a lung, he's going to be like, yeah, I don't want your hepatitis. Get out of here.
Yeah. Yep.
Would you describe? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Would you describe this gentleman as a local yokel?
I did not describe him like that. I said he's not local, actually.
Oh.
He lives, I know where he lives. I know his name and I know where he works, but I don't know his last name, so I can't find him.
Is he a hillbilly?
No. Doesn't look like one.
Okay, so what do you think about 40, 45?
No, I told you he's 35.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that. It's this young guy.
He's younger than me, yeah. So that's why I was a little like, really, dude?
This young stallion is you're gonna ride this young stallion.
He was really nice. He bought me a drink. He did that creepy handshake, but I didn't give him my number, and I did feel bad.
Was it the handshake that made you not want to give him the number?
No, that surprised me, but I don't know. The whole thing was really awkward because we were all having to leave really quickly, and he kept giving us shit because we were going to go to the Coral Bar. So yeah, I didn't have enough time. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Now, are you thinking, hey, let's get to know this guy? Or are you thinking, let's get after it?
The latter.
Okay, so just some basic human primal needs need to be satisfied here.
Sure.
I like that. I like that about you. Okay. Well, now you said you're going to go back and hunt him down once you recover.
I am, but it's awkward because this weekend I'm actually working all day in Byron Center for my dildo business, and then the following Saturday, because it has to be a Saturday, because that's when he was there. The following Saturday, I'm in New York, so
it's gonna be
won't be till like the end of the month.
It'll be a little time. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. You can save up your juices then.
There you go. I don't know what you mean save up, man. I got toys. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you had fun with the toys this past weekend. It was good seeing you again.
Yes, I had a blast.
Okay.
Not with the toys, but with you guys.
Now, yeah, of course. There was another thing we talked about.
Oh God.
I'm gonna hang up on you and get into that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bye.
Okay. See ya. Now, this is why I like hanging with the ladies. These conversations can take place. I said to her, and I forgot how we got onto that topic. It might have been because of what we just described, what we were talking about. And I said, so if you had to choose between Zaniac A and Zaniac B, which one would you have sex with? Can you guess Zaniac A and Zaniac B? And she said, I vote none. I go, no, you must play along. Zaniac A or Zaniac B, both men. Stevie then said, hi. Well, if you're going to do that, he's a handsome boy. You got to choose two, Eric. I said, okay, I will. Zaniac A.
Why? And you guys are fucking assholes. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit drunk. Whatever.
Okay.
My fucking Pellerino.
She said, all right, I choose Zaniac B because I don't think Zaniac A could handle me. I would injure. He is not sturdy enough or rugged enough to be able to handle me. So I will choose Zaniac B because of sturdiness is what we determined. Okay? Just a little bit more robustness is perceived because of body type. Can you figure out the Zaniacs that we are talking about? I mean, like what I mean by that, if I randomly, hypothetically, in that moment, said, I didn't say to her Zaniac A and Zaniac B. I mean, if I hypothetically said to her, if you had to choose between Stu McAllister and Kenny, Stu McAllister is A, Kenny is B, which one would you have sex with? And she then said, hypothetically, I would have sex with Kenny because he is sturdy. And I said, oh, yeah, okay. Well, all right. So that's all like hypothetical. That's all hypothetical. So that's the extent of our discussions. We have, and then all the while, Eric's looking at his phone. Not me, Lisa's husband, Eric. The next time we get together, Lisa, I am going to treat him like I would one of my children. And I'm going to snatch the phone out of his hand, and I'm going to throw it or just hang on to it. And there's nothing he can do about it because he's only got one ankle. Nick says Amanda would break Stu like a table at a Bills game. I got to send that video along. He did it again. Son of a bitch. Stu. Okay. Stu McAllister. Stu McAllister. Okay. Of course, the NFL draft. The Detroit Lions had, like, arguably one of the best drafts of all of the teams in the NFL. Now, it doesn't really mean anything because that's happened before. You know, they've had good drafts in the past, but when, you know, your team is a loser every year, sometimes these type of things are like, oh, this is just fantastic. I'm very, very happy about this. I don't know. I think they listed the Jacksonville Jaguars as the big losers of the NFL draft. But Stu was up to his old tricks again. The Buffalo Bills drafted in the later rounds a punter. And this guy is known as Punt God. And I'm not kidding you. When he kicks the ball, it goes 80 yards. Incredible. And Stu was happy about the Bills drafting punt god. So check this out.
Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Stu. I said that if the Buffalo Bills drafted the punt god today in the draft, that I would smash a table. So I'm going to smash that table there. I've had that table now for, 5 months. I bought it from a dude for $5. He's like, yeah, it's got a broken leg and whatever. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I want to smash it. And he's like, oh, Bill's Mafia? And I'm like, yep, Bill's Mafia. So,
Bill's Mafia.
Smash the shit out of it. I've been calling it Frankentable because clearly it's a mess. I'm going to smash it, and then when I'm done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to drink 2 NAs. I'm going to shotgun them. Why NA beers? Because I'm on blood thinners and I'm old as fuck. So,
Look at
this one's for punt god.
Check him out. Look at him. This is the way I walk. Okay, Stu and I are brothers from another mother, from separate mothers or whatever. I have that old man rickety walk like he has. Look at him. Him and I are both on our way to having round backs. Look at him. It takes him forever to get up this fucking ladder. The birds.
How was that? Was that any good? I couldn't tell.
Oh, shit.
It hurt a little. I better chug this shit quick. Oh, shit.
He didn't even shotgun it. He's just chugging it. Oh.
Apparently I forgot how to shotgun a beer.
Okay.
Punt god.
Big burp.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Dude, what an asshole. He's such an idiot. Okay. Now, when it comes to sex, I think there's something important there that we have to break down. You saw his willingness for him to get all that juice on his face, you know? So I think Stu is very aggressive in his lovemaking. He's willing to go the extra mile to get dirty. And that is something that Amanda likes. I know this because us girls talk about these things. She wants a guy who's going to get his face right in there. And Stu would do that. However, when she's grabbing onto his ears to get more face on where she pees, she might break his neck. Kenny, hypothetically, would be more willing or would be more sturdy, but I don't know if he would be willing to actually subject himself to that in the first place. So I don't know, Amanda. Lady to lady, it's a toss-up. I think it kind of like what you said. If you're okay with murdering Stu, killing him, you might actually have a better time. So I think you need to rethink your hypothetical decision. It isn't like I really said Stu and Kenny, though. I'm just making things up. Cole says she better just have both at the same time and then pick a winner. Linda says they both have good personalities. I agree with that. Well, I agree with the sturdiness. I think both of these men are winners. That is why I am changing my vote, and I would have sex with both of them. Kenny is a teddy bear. Stu is wiry and aggressive. Okay? Josh says Stu would jump between Amanda's legs like he did legs on the table. Great idea. Zaniac sex bracket time. Back to, no, OnlyFans, $1 million, bag over face, lots of foreplay. I love it when us girls get together at Bosco's. Thank you to them for making that enjoyable. Shut up, Eric! All right. I have so much more to get to today. Naomi Judd died. That is like the saddest fucking thing on the planet. There's been a lot of references to how she died. Her lovely daughters said she died of mental illness. She's been gone through depression and horrible things. She spoke about it like on national TV on the Today Show. But it's fucking terrible. She in her mid 70s. Who knows what actually happened? More on that coming up. I just added something new to Patreon. And that is the video of voice tracking Big 101.3, my favorite thing to do. And you need to know that you'll see the video and how it works. It's a peek behind the curtain. Because the way I look at it as when you turn on the radio to hear me on Big 101.3, the fun hits there's a guy that says, portions of this radio show are pre-recorded. And so basically, they're letting the cat out of the bag. There is no theater of the mind anymore. They're saying that it's all voice tracked. I don't know why they even do that, frankly. I'm a hired gun over there doing fill-in work and part-time stuff. I'm not sure why they say that or if they have to, but they do. So if you're listening to radio, it's like, well, I know the commercials are pre-recorded and I know the music is pre-recorded. What else does that leave? The guy on the air? What? Yeah, of course. That's how you do it. So I do that. And when I do that, I record me actually doing it. I do it from right here. And it's a peek behind the curtain of how that happens. And I post it now to Patreon. It'll say voice track Big 101.3. Now, the thing about that is when I'm on the radio there, if I'm talking, I'm lying. That is the gag. Other than saying, that was the Temptations, here's Paul Simon. Those aren't lies. But if I'm talking for any amount of time, and usually the most I ever talk is a minute, whatever I'm saying, 90% of that is not true. About the only time it's true is when I'm talking about you can win something. You can go to our website, 1013big.com, and win those tickets to the Tigers by just going there and filling out the form or whatever it is. Those parts are true. But when I'm giving you music information, like I was talking about Ringo Starr coming to the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, I described how Ringo Starr is a degenerate gambler, and he's not allowed into the casino because of debts he owes. All made up, on the fly, like as it's happening. Those are all moments made up. You need to check that out on my Patreon. It's part of what you get when you sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane, $5 or $10 a month. The open of this show and the live stream brought to you by TC Paintball. With Paintball War 19 slated for Sunday, June 26th. The Summer Slaughter. 5 p.m. start. Since we have just under 2 months till that event, I want to get the most people ever. The goal is 40. Fourty. Well, I guess I'm freaking 40. Reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. If you'd like to take part. Subject line TC Paintball. I will be putting an event up on Facebook. Thank you to TC Paintball, longtime partner of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Between now and then, you can book a party at TC Paintball or walk in. Wednesdays is Little League Day. Thursdays, Ladies Day. Okay. Saturdays, it's really busy. You got to make an appointment, but do that with the neighborhood kids, your pals, your friends, bachelor party, bachelorette party, team building for work, just fun with the neighborhood kids. Doesn't matter. TCPaintballGR.com. Open 7 days a week. Pretty sure. What? Isn't that right? TCPaintballGR.com. Bennett Flooring Installation. 616-318-0167. If you are in West Michigan, reach out to Bennett Flooring Installation. The easiest way, least expensive way to expertly, professionally install your flooring. Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. And with Kyle working in my basement, I said to the boys, and Jason Bennett was there at Bosco's, and so Kyle's going to get this thing painted, and then it's time. All right, we're getting the flooring done right after that, and this is going to happen quickly. So I should probably have you guys come out and measure that room. Okay, you got the basement and you got the steps. They're all yours, and then we got to work our way upstairs. There will be no carpeting in this damn house. Forget it. Thank you, Bennett Flooring Installation. Full House that sounded terrible. FullHouseComedy.com. Speaking of Stu, who's a comic, let's see here. Who do we have appearing? Wow. This lady really wants you to see her boobs. Helen Hong. Look at that. She is like, look at my boobs. Right? Would you agree, if you're seeing this on the live stream, that Helen is like, hey, I'm going to show these off. And I think that is what everyone should do. If you have nice arms and you're a dude, you got sun's out, guns out. Okay? If you're a lady and you're proud of how you're making all the dudes and some of the ladies either get boners or a little moist, that's exactly what you do. That is another reason to go see the multi-talented Helen Hong. She's funny, and she's willing to show you her cleavage. Thank you, Helen. She will be at the listening room Wednesday. Let's see. For how many shows? 7:30 show. Thursday, she's going up north to Rockford Corner Bar. Friday, she's at Billy's Lounge. John Heffron is in town this week. John is Friday at the listening room. 2 shows, 6 and 9. And then Saturday at the listening room, 2 shows, 6 and 9. This handsome devil, whoever this guy is, Harlan Williams. Look at this guy. Oh, my God. I wonder how much tail this guy pulls. There you go, Amanda. Harlan Williams. And the name, Harlan Williams. That's a great name. I have no idea who he is. Comedian and actor Harlan Williams is known the world over for his hilarious movie roles. From his unforgettable roles in films such as Dumb and Dumber, Something About Mary, Half Baked, Rocket Man, Sorority Boys, Down Periscope, and so many more. Take your word for it. I usually don't see a lot of movies. Nor do I like stand-up. Thursday at the Park Theater. Friday, Grand Rapids Comedy Club. And 2 shows, Grand Rapids Comedy Club. And then Saturday, Grand Rapids Comedy Club. Sorry, I'm trailing off. Go see a comedy show, fullhousecomedy.com. Okay, I have to tinkle. Jason May says he was the radio operator in Down Periscope. Chris says, seriously, you are unfamiliar with Harlan Williams. I have no idea who that is. No, I don't know. But you might know who he is. All right. Jason Mays says, nice looking boobs. Amanda says, yeah, if you got them, flaunt them. But she ruined it and said, yeah, if you got them from them, flaunt, and then says GD it. Moon's out, melons out. Ex-Kid Keefe is new. Welcome, Ex-Kid Keefe. Who are you? What's your real name? How did you find out about this show? Add that all in on the chat, and I will come back and read that. Who you are and what makes you you. Okay? How does that sound? All right. A word about Vincero Collective. You know, you take a pair of sunglasses for granted or a watch, but when you hold something that's real quality, made to last, made to look great for a long, long time, you notice. Vincero Collective, a premium lifestyle brand carrying watches, sunglasses, and much more. That's what it's all about. Perfect for men or women of any style. Eye-catching modern designs to go with anything that you're wearing. I want you to go to VinceroCollective.com/Zane. You'll save 15% and get free shipping for listeners of my show. Use the code Zane and you'll be good to go. VinceroCollective.com/Zane. Now the watches. Stainless steel, durable silicone, and Italian marble straps, surgical grade stainless steel casing with Italian marble inlay. See what I mean? Made to last. Traditional automatic and Japanese quartz movements. That all means something fantastic in the timepiece industry. The sunglasses. You're like, wait a minute. Sunglasses aren't supposed to have so much heft to them. High quality sunglasses. All lens polarized. The frames are handcrafted. And I want you to go check out the selection of watches and sunglasses at VinceroCollective.com/Zane. Again, you'll save 15% and you'll get free shipping when you use the code Zane. How about this? Vincero has a 5-year guarantee and a 365-day free return policy for their products. But don't just take this knucklehead's word for it. Go check out the Google reviews. All right? Over 30,000 5-star reviews on these guys at Vincero Collective. They've been featured in Forbes, Business Insider, and Newsweek, just to name a few. Vincero Collective offers you a shopping experience you can trust. One more time to save 15% with free shipping for my listeners with code Zane. Support my show and go to VINCERO Collective.com/Zane. Okay, a quick word for drizzly.com, DRIZLY.com. Okay, you're at a party. Everybody's having a great time. No one wants to leave to go make a beer run, a wine run, a liquor run, whatever it may be. You're all having too much fun flirting with each other around the fire, having a good time. Okay, let's go to drizzly.com, pick out what we want, and before you know it, some dude is dropping it off. Oh my gosh. Why did it take so long for something as amazing as this to become available? You can also go to the Drizzly app or drizzly.com, DRIZLY.com, and send a gift to someone. That's awesome too. Drizzly, the most convenient way to buy beer, wine, and spirits with delivery to your doorstep in under 60 minutes. It's the #1 app for alcohol delivery. That's DRIZLY.com. Drizzly's giving every new customer $5 off their first order. Just use the promo code FAST5, F-A-S-T, the number 5, at checkout. Convenience of home delivery in under 60 minutes. Get it when you need it. It's a great gift as well. Drizzly.com, DRIZLY.com. Fast 5 at checkout to save $5. Sorry, that was a long tinkle. My phone is blowing up. Apparently, there is some drama in the radio world. I will share what I can share. Okay. Come on, man. Everything here has to be destroyed in order to get it to work. Like I have to bash it. First of all, God, that is a busy website. There is a lot going on here. This is WLAV.com. I keep getting questions from people today. What is going on LAV? And some internet sleuths have hunted around and determined that what it used to say Tony Gates morning show right here. And it no longer does. Now it says the WLAV morning show. And Tony, his name used to be right here. It is no longer there. Ruh-roh. Intel reporting that Rob Brett is on the air this morning. He is the boss there. Well, he's the program director. Is doing the show, and Michelle McCormick is there, and Travis Gibbs is there. But no Tony Gates. Okay. There is no longer a Facebook presence for the Tony Gates morning show as well. Okay. Well, okay. From April 19th, which supposedly is the last day Tony was on the air, you still have this old podcast, but that was quite some time ago. So this is a mystery with many clues that is causing people to make decisions based on the clues that perhaps Tony Gates is no longer affiliated with the almighty WLAV. The lineup, WLAV Morning Show, Jackie Green, Rob Brandt, Steve Gorman Rocks, and Jazz Brunch. No mention of me, baby. Dennis writes, if I was Tony, I would have said, fuck it. A long time ago, Dennis writes this, LAV has been a joke for years. A joke? What are you talking about? A joke? It's LAV, baby. Crank says maybe he's walleye fishing or turkey hunting. Took some time off. Yeah, perhaps. But the whole thing about taking his name off of the website. Kenny says, do the Tony voice, LOL. He's in the Zane Fire Club. You guys want me to call him on the podcast? I've got his number. He might pick it up and just say, suck my dick, baby. I'm guessing he wouldn't be too receptive to that. So I'm going to leave that alone. Let's go back to this website. There is you got this giant Granger ad on top. They must be making billions of dollars over there. Here's the website. And you've got the Granger ad, the Xfinity ad, whatever Sweet Deals is, Staples. And then there's an ad over here that's not popping. And then this is really, really a lot going on here. Oh, my God. All right. I don't remember it looking like that. All right. For once, I am going to avoid speculating anything here. All I'm going on is the whole thing that he is no longer on the website, and my phone is blowing up. I think people are starting to talk about this, and it's starting to filter, to the rest of the world. We shall see. Controversy, to be sure. Jason says, call LAV and ask if you can talk to him. No, I'm not going to do that. truth be told, I am not supposed to be fucking with these people. And there was one time after I got fired like 3.5 years ago that I did and would call and get on the air there. And they got pissed and sent me a cease and desist. And they said, hey, to my lawyer at the time, he's breaking his, what is that called again? Some type of don't fuck with us clause. I don't know. I forget what they call those things. But I fucked it up. And they're like, come on. And so my lawyer said, yeah, don't do that. That NDA, I don't think it's an NDA. Oh, it's a non-disparagement clause or something like that. Something like that. Yeah. And I was fucking with them and they got annoyed as hell and I don't blame them. I was after I got fired from Cumulus. This is how much of a warpath I was on. I was letting Lori have it quite a bit, and I would make fun of her and say terrible things about her on Facebook. Probably not a good idea. But I was extremely upset at the time. That's an excuse, but it's true. And so I was like, well, I gotta make her pay. So I'm gonna say that she looks like Steven Tyler every chance I get. So that's pretty much what I did. It's kind of an asshole. It's an asshole move. However, where can I see that boy?
February.
I was pissed off because when I got fired, she kicked me off of my own Facebook page, which I went into the relationship with. After I got fired from GRD, I did my own Facebook fan page, which is still there to this day. And somewhere along the line, when I was on the air with Cumulus, Lori said, hey, I need to be the admin of your Facebook page or whatever it was, or in charge of it. I need to be the number one. And so I was like, okay. She says, this is not negotiable. You have to let me run your Facebook page if you are to work here. And I really wasn't in a position to argue. So I allowed it. And then when they fired me, she fired me from my own Facebook page, which at the time was my lifeline. I had nothing. I had my last paycheck and the flu, and that's it. So I was going to be announcing on that I'm selling T-shirts and that I'm going to do a Facebook Live. That's all I had. My entire communication with the audience was through that Facebook page. So after they fired me, I called back and I go, I can't get into my Facebook page. And they said, yeah, that's a Lori thing. I go, well, it can't be a Lori thing. It's mine. She needs to put me back on and remove herself. That was mine. And this took way too long. Way too long. So much so that I was pissed off. Thus, my desire to say mean things about her publicly for quite some time. Gone now. I don't fuck with her. Jesse says, Zane, what she did was probably illegal. You should have got your lawyer on that one. I did. And he did start to rattle some cages and saying, hey, can you let him have his Facebook page back? And it wasn't until then that's what pissed me off. That made me furious. Dennis says, Eric Zane with too much time on his hands, baby. You remember that, don't you? So, all right. Interesting. We shall see. I wish them all the best. I actually, I don't have any problem with those people. Lori still probably wants to kill me. Maybe we should have a conversation. Hey, what do you expect? Well, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. No, I don't know what I would say. All right. So it's kind of like buzzing right now. Okay, update on this Tom Brady jersey. I want to make it perfectly clear how you can get this. First of all, this is an authentically signed Tom Brady jersey that is being auctioned off through an organization called the Camp Blodgett Guild. These are people who get together and they raise money for this camp for underserved young people. These kids want to go to camp, and basically they need scholarships to go to camp. There is an event coming up on Wednesday at a place called Lee's. I believe they sell ladies' clothing. It's a red carpet fundraiser event. The winner of this silent auction is going to be announced at Lee's. Now, if someone goes there to Lee's on the day of, they can make a bid. Otherwise, what I'm about to tell you about now to make a bid on this jersey, you have until tomorrow to do this. How do I bid? If you see my Facebook post, you can click where it says, click here and bid. And for those of you that are enjoying the live stream, there you go. You can make a bid there. Once you click on that link, you got to scroll down. You can also email your bid. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. The opening bid is $2,000, and you get one shot, Mom Spaghetti. So if you bid $2,000 in a sealed bid, someone else is going to bid $2,500. You don't have any idea what the other people are bidding, though. So, but if you think that the $2,000 is going to be the best bid, you're wrong. There's no way that that's going to happen. So, you know, somebody's going to have to go big or go home in order to win this thing if you want this jersey. 100% collectible, one-of-a-kind item. More on that in a second. So basically, you're doing a blind, silent auction is what this is. You can email your bid to the address info@campblodgettguild.org. Include your contact info and your bid. Call in your bid to Guild member Diane Jones, 616-446-6833. You got till tomorrow. If you want to go to the gala, and I'm sure all of you do, I imagine all of you will get dressed up and go to the red carpet gala at Lee's on the east side of Grand Rapids. There's a link here to go to the gala. I can picture you guys at it. There you go. That's for the gala. So bid on that thing. I had a question on Facebook. Somebody was like, is this authentic? Has the jersey and autograph been officially authenticated? Gentleman by the name of Ethan said that. And I said, stand by. I'll get your answer. Here's the answer. From the lady that I'm working with, the PR firm. Eric, I have years of experience in the collectibles field and understand the importance of authenticating collectibles. A great big shout out to Lou Brown at Legends in Center Point Mall, Grand Rapids, who checked out the jersey and said he would help to authenticate it for the winner, with one of only 3 companies that authenticate signed sports jerseys and other memorabilia. These companies travel to the sports stores from time to time and authenticate sports cards and memorabilia. However, I do have some authentication of my own, which the winner may view and experience. 1, the email string that shows Tom Brady's dad approving the donation. 2, the company that it arrives in showing Tom Brady's dad's company's return address. 3, a picture of Tom Brady Sr. holding up the jersey. And most exciting of all for the winner, a phone call from Tom Brady Sr. He will speak with the winner, which should be great fun. Bottom line, I know it's authentic, but we want the winner to be assured that it's authentic, so we will work with Legends to do so on top of what I just said. If a call from Tom Brady Sr. is not good enough, And then the winner can contact Legends and learn when the Authenticator will next be in town. So there you go. One of a kind, only one in the world like it. Tom Brady jersey. Opening bid, $2,000. Okay? In fact, let me... Yeah, just go to my fan page, Eric Zane Show, Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. And it's at the top. It's pinned right to the top. All right. You're not going to believe this, but I don't have to pee again. But I'm so damn thirsty that I think my tongue and lips might fall off. So I can't talk anymore, but I have plenty more things to talk about with you. So I'm going to pause this and fill up my hillbilly water jug, and I will be right back. Is that okay with you? I apologize for this. I should have gotten this ready to go when I started the show, but I didn't, and so that makes me kind of a hack. Stand by. Where am I? Oh my God! You guys hear this story about this? This murderer getting out of jail, breaking out of jail. Where is that one? Yeah, this dude in Alabama is in jail for murder, and one of the guards at the jail says, "Okay, I got to take this jackass to a psych evaluation," and then they haven't. And then she's a chick. They haven't been seen since. So there's speculation about, is she in on it or what the fuck is going on here? The dude who's wanted for murder or who did kill somebody, he's huge. He's like 6'9", 240 pounds. So everybody's freaking out. Is she being held against her will? Most people think no, that she's actually in on it.
Federal authorities have joined the search for an Alabama murder suspect who vanished along with a female corrections officer. Tonight, there are new questions about whether that officer was involved in the escape. ABC's Elwin Lopez has...
Look at her. What a mess.
The very latest.
Tonight, the nationwide manhunt in Alabama for an inmate accused of capital murder.
6'9", 260.
And a corrections officer. Lauderdale County Assistant Director of Corrections Vicki White and inmate Casey White, who were not related, vanished Friday. The sheriff said she told the jail around 9:30 that morning that she was escorting the inmate to court before going to see her doctor.
And I can tell you that every employee in this office is shocked that she's missing.
And probably stupid.
And that this has happened.
Vicki White taking Casey White by herself in a patrol car, breaking department policy, which requires 2 deputies. By late afternoon, both were missing. Her car found later that day in a parking lot at a nearby shopping center. And news tonight, the sheriff saying that day was also her last day at work, turning in retirement paperwork just 24 hours before. He's now saying that there was no scheduled court appearance for that inmate and no doctor's appointment for Vicki.
We're pretty well convinced that she assisted Casey White escape. Really, the question we have lingering is, did she do that willingly, or was she somehow coerced?
Is every Alabamian look like they're over 75 years old and sound like they've got cottage cheese in their mouth, speaking on this story?
Forced to help him.
Help him. It's help. Help him. The words are help him, not help him.
Sheriff calling the officer an exemplary worker with nearly 17 years at the department.
Alabama slob talk.
And saying that as part of her job, she frequently interacted with inmates. This all comes as a shock to the family of Connie Ridgway, the woman who Casey White confessed to killing in 2015 while serving 75 years for a crime spree.
How is that even possible for someone with his rap sheet to be able to get out that easily?
And Lindsay, the U.S. Marshal Service has taken on the case, and they are now offering up to a $10,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest of Casey White. And authorities are urging anyone who spots the 6'9" inmate to contact law enforcement. Lindsay.
Elwyn, thank you.
So gigantic man. Oops.
Federal authorities.
Gigantic man tatted up with ugly woman. Should be pretty easy if she's even still alive. Maybe there was some type of like inmate and guard affair going on. Chris says, looks like John Krasinski from The Office. Sarah says, oh, yeah, she frequently interacted all right. Kenny says she fell in love with him or she's dead. I agree with that. Man. Incredible. Weird ass story. Now you got a guy who committed murder on the loose. That's pretty frightening. They said that and he could very well have the pistol of that sheriff's deputy, whatever she was. Okay. Naomi Judd passing. Horribly sad. Not a lot's known about this, but the thing about it is at 76 years old, I think, and they announced her death. They said she died of mental illness. Did the daughters, Winona and Ashley? Ashley, or I should say Winona and Naomi, were being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame last night, and they went ahead and did that. So, all of Nashville is kind of like, well, all the world is mourning. This is just horrible. Amanda says what a lot of people are thinking, that she could very well have killed herself. She's been suffering for years with depression and anxiety and been very open about that, but just a fucked up set of circumstances. This is from last night. They inducted the Judds. So this is a tearjerker. Sounds kind of low. Sorry. What is that? Ron Bennington giving her a medal? Who's the dude? Is that the dude from Pure Prairie League? And then she's like showing it to Ashley, which is kind of weird. Ashley's upset. This is Ashley Judd.
My mama loved you so much.
Oh, God.
She appreciated your love for her. And I'm sorry that she couldn't hang on until today.
A lot of people have asked, what's up with her face? She's been taking prednisone, which just wreaks havoc with your body. And I don't know for how long, and sometimes it's tough to get rid of that swollen look. Plus, she's pissed. She's very sad and crying. Oh, my God.
Your esteem for her and your regard for her really penetrated her heart.
I wouldn't have used that word.
And it was your
I would not have used that word.
affection for her that did keep her going in these last years. And please come see Pop. Please do come see him. And while this is so much about the Judds as a duo, I want to take a moment to recognize my sister.
Winona's like, is that a fat joke?
A goat.
Wait a minute.
You know what that means?
I didn't prepare anything.
That's funny.
Tonight because I knew
I didn't prepare anything except cupcakes. Sorry.
Mom would probably talk the most. I'm going to make this fast because my heart's broken.
Aw.
And I feel so blessed, and it's a very strange dynamic to be this broken and this blessed.
There you go. Well, All right. Terrible. I have nothing more to say about that. The let's see. Love Winona. She's an amazing artist. Feel bad for them. Amanda says, I have depression and anxiety too, but I've never had those thoughts. I feel for her. Cole says, died of mental illness. Politically correct way to say suicide, perhaps. I don't know. Chronic Mayhem calls her a hippo. Amanda says, they throw some of them fat jokes at me. Maybe it will motivate my ass. Chronic Mayhem says, I don't know what this is about since I came here late, but skip the labor and give us the baby. Whoops, now I'm caught up. I wasn't skipping the labor. Just because you got here late doesn't mean there's labor involved, ding dong. All right, let's get to something funny. Charles Barkley had this happen on the NBA on TNT.
When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those
Hold on a second.
Defenders to play
Hold on a
against
second. Let me back up.
When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joker, only Nugget in double figures. 69-59. Golden State shooting 67.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. When a guy's banging you, you can feel their body. Did you see Shaq laugh? Shaq could not control himself. Kenny Smith is cracking up, and then Chuck goes, oh, come on.
You spin off of him. Those the worst defenders to play against, actually. When a guy's banging you,
shit, sorry.
You spin off of him. Those the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joker, only Nugget in double figures. 69-59. Golden
69.
State,
when a guy's banging
There's so much going on there. God, is that fucking sweet. It's Shaq just losing it. So funny. Whew. All right. Everything is right with the world. Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet. Thank you to Kent, drop the E, add a U, who made life very easy on our recipient of the Great Flooring Giveaway. The most recent recipient for the Easter giveaway, of course, the folks over at Bennett Flooring Installation pick up the cost of everything, including the cost of the flooring at Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet. But Kent made that an extra low price for these people. For Bennett, because it's all kind of like everybody's helping each other out, and that was a very, very sweet gesture on his part. Thank you, Kent. Thank you to Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet. If you want to save the most money possible, that's where you go. They are along Chicago Drive in Granville, Michigan, right behind Little Caesars on the north side of the street. A true local sponsor. Go there and save money. They buy it in bulk for an enormously low rate, and then pass those savings on to you legit, and then take an extra 10% off when you mention my name. Please mention my name when you go there. That way they know that the marketing is working, and you save even more money at Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet. Joe Martinez, I just saw his TV commercial. I cannot reveal it yet, but I cannot wait to reveal it. The good folks at Wood TV 8 said, hey, we want to make, we hear you on the podcast. We want you on our TV station. What do we have to do? So they figured it out, and I'm so excited because this is just another way for Joe to build that business. So that is so cool. A&E Heating and Cooling, installing the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners. And no matter what all these other scam artists tell you, that is the number one brand in the whole industry. Remember that story we talked about? What happened to, Matt Kuipers weighed in about what happened to him with the water heater when he called on his friends at Service Professor. They did not fix it in a snap. They fucked his ass in a snap is what they did. Holy shit. What a screw job that was. So anyway, A&E Heating and Cooling, not to ever have that happen. They went over to Matt's house and just reset the frickin' water heater. No cost. Incredible. A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Thank you so much to them. All right. Blue Frost IT. I just heard from Alan from Blue Frost IT. He wants to bring back Tech Tuesday. The truth of the matter is, when he was doing Tech Tuesday with us, so many women were showing up to his house and throwing wet underwear on the front lawn that it got to be a bit of a problem. And but now he wants to bring it back. He has some safety measures in place, so that is good. Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for the Eric Zane Show podcast. Reach out to them, 616-200-8550. That's 616-200-8550. I heard from a radio guy. Radio guy reaches out to me in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And he's like, I just got fired, and I don't know what to do. And I said, you do too know what to do. What have you been doing your whole life? He says, radio. And I don't think I can get back into it. I don't know what to do. I go, well, he goes, I want to do what you do, but I don't know how to do it. And I go, yeah, you do. He says, no, I don't. How are you doing what you're doing? And his name's Tyler. I go, well, I'm not doing anything different than what you did on the radio and what I did on the radio. You just talk, and then that's it. There's a couple other nuanced things, best practices and things like that, but you absolutely have everything you need to do it. So this isn't the first time this has happened. So I'm starting to think I should open up some type of consulting business for wayward radio people. Hell, if Tony's fired, I can reach out to him about how he can do it. Hey, that's right, baby. Welcome to the Tony Gates podcast, baby. I'm not kidding. Tony Gates is such a well-known commodity in the industry that if he decided to do a podcast and focus on all of the things that he likes, like birds and really long-winded stories and fishing and shooting ducks and shit like that, there is a place for that. So more and more radio people are left holding the bag. And, when I first started this, I was obviously a damn deer in the headlights and had no idea about anything. But things have settled down, obviously. So I get this email. Let's see here. Hello, Eric. Greetings from Snowland. And when he says Snowland, he means it. Take a look at this. He sent me some pictures that I don't think are from that long ago of the type of snow he gets up there. It's 100 miles west of Winnipeg. Look at that. That's like 4 feet of snow. Oh, my God. Look at it. It's all the way up to the fucking roof. Look at this deer. Holy shit. This is like a regular thing to see in this guy's residence. Oh, my God. Look at the snow. Holy fuck. That one gets me. Look at that. Jesus. That is intense. Why would anyone live there? Jesus. Tyler says 1 week from now, we'll be listening to the Eric and Tony podcast. Jason says, sounds like a pyramid scheme. Buy my podcast secrets for $99. Kenny says you should just record audio as Tony Gates and put it out as if you're him. Hello, baby. Welcome in. This is my first podcast. I'm Tony Gates. And I've got that's not a bad idea. You should just record audio as Tony Gates and put it out as if you're him. One month. Kyle says in 1 month it'll be Tony and producer Joe. Jason says do that on 101.3. That's right. I'm here, baby. Tony Gates with you on 101.3. What is the station called? Big 101.3. The fun hit you know, baby. Oh, that's a lot of fun. It reminds me back in Litchfield in 1914, baby. At the fair, the Litchfield Fair, I just turned 46 years old. All right, maybe. What about if I actually do the Tony Gates? Hold on. What about if I actually do the Tony Gates voice, like, hey, hello, welcome to Tony Gates podcast, baby. And like I post it as that. And don't even say that it's me. I just say it's him. I just shared that with someone. Okay, where the fuck was I? This nice guy writes, greetings from Snowland. Check out the pics. It's Tyler from Canada. We met at Conclave in Minnesota. I need a bit of help and hope you can share some info. In February, I got fired from the radio station in my hometown. I actually started back in 2000, did mornings for 20 years. I think I'm officially done in the radio biz. I get this email from time to time. I did get a package when I left, so I have a few months to plan what's next. I do a bit of voiceover work in my own studio, which I love. Thought I might just continue doing that going forward. But after talking to Don Collins in San Francisco, Canadian Twitch guru, I used to work with him up here, and he told me about podcasts on Twitch. And while initially I wasn't sure, I'm in a market like Grand Rapids, almost the same size, actually, roughly 200,000 people, and I still have a solid following in the community. So I started watching your show instead of just listening. I thought maybe I can make it a go. Shopping for equipment, etc. now, but before I do more investigating, I wanted to talk revenue. So he's actually saying, how much can you make from this? Realistically, is it possible for a popular radio guy to make, and he throws a certain dollar amount at me, in ad revenue? He says, I see you have a bunch of regular sponsors for your show. I thought of taking a podcast on the road once a week, like the old radio remotes, to drum up cash. Any tips or tricks you can share? And then he asked me a couple other questions about recording some voice work for him. Thanks again. Stay well. Keep rocking. Hope we stay in touch. Tyler in Canada. So like, well, I reach out. I go, well, of course. Call me immediately. For fuck's sake. Yes, I'll help you. So then I start to talk to him about, you know, how easy anyone in radio. Okay, it's one thing to start a podcast from scratch, like the shit Kyle's trying to do with the Chibians. Really hard to, you know, get on fire and make that, you know, something you can live off of. Not everybody is Carl from Who Are These Podcasts. But for the person like a radio person who has a built-in audience, there's absolutely 1,000,001 things you can do. So I have a conversation with this guy about, you know, what I did and how he can pull this off. I go, dude, you would not believe. I mean, seriously, I have the same equipment I had when I started, except for a microphone upgrade. You know, there's not a lot that goes into it. And you can have, holy shit, a solid number of people that would just love you. So this is like for him. So this guy, now I get done with a phone call with this guy, Tyler, and he's like, holy fuck, yes, I can do this. I go, I knew you could. So I'm going to actually hold his hand until he's up and running. And I'm going to help him. I'm stuttering like Joe Biden. Promote his show. Jesus. I do have a stutter. I don't know if you noticed that. I've talked about it before, but that was an example of it. Oh, my God. So welcome, Tyler. He's like watching. Thank you. And Kyle says, true. Carl is hilarious and does an awesome job at giving constructive criticism to idiots trying to make a podcast. Dennis says, Tony Gates does have a good Aretha Franklin story. No face sitting, though. Yeah, that's when she took all the Burger King. He's told it 150 times. That's how he's going to, hey, baby, I'm here. I'm going to go ahead and tell on the Tony Gates podcast the same stories I've been telling you on 97 WLAV, baby. Kenny in Nashville says, that's not a stutter, is it? I thought that was just similar to Biden brain. I think you're right. Whatever happened to Cardiff? Well, everybody hated Cardiff. So there was that. And kind of like just got bored, I guess. Amanda says she found another Biden sticker at the Meijer gas station in Cedar Springs, guys. Yeah, it's a regular thing. It's a regular thing. All right. I came, I saw, I conquered, or should I say I call her, and I came. Walk this way. I'm the best you ever had. I'm on fire. I'm singing this song for a horrible reason. So a little buddy, like a 6-year-old kid, was walking around the neighborhood, and there's like a neighborhood bully who thought it would be a good idea to take a tennis ball and douse it in gasoline and light it on fire and throw it at the 6-year-old as a fireball. And now, in a sick, perverted way, I can't get the song Fireball out of my head. And so, all the while that I'm watching this horrible story about this now face burnt off kid, I'm hearing that stupid fucking Pitbull song. Son of a bitch. This is incredible. Now, if you're the parent here, would you not get a gun and waste the entire family of the kid and the kid who did this to your little buddy?
Now to a News 4 exclusive. A little boy set on fire in Connecticut, left covered in 2nd and 3rd degree burns. This smiling child now potentially disfigured.
Oh, my God.
His family says it was no accident. News 4's Anjali Hemphill brings you the story from Bridge.
That's a bummer that they have him next to the Iron Man, though, the stuffed animal there. The kid's like, what does my face look? The parents go, here, you look like Iron Man. Good news, bad news. Bad news, well, what happened? Good news, you look like your favorite superhero.
We do need to warn you, the details are disturbing.
These images of 6-year-old Dominic Crankel are heartbreaking. Laying in a hospital bed, most of his body swollen and bandaged up after he suffered and 3rd-degree burns to his face and legs from what his family says was a horrific attack by a bully.
The bully called
That's his sister.
Lured him over around the corner, and within a matter of seconds, he came back around the corner screaming, saying, "Mommy, they lit me on fire."
Dominic's sister, Kayla Deegan, says on Sunday afternoon, Dominic was playing in the backyard of their home off Louisiana Avenue.
Just once, I want to hear where something like this happens. And then the mom or the dad gets a Tommy gun and mows everyone in the bully's family down so that the rest of America can go, good. Thank God that happened.
With other kids who live below them. When Kayla says their 8-year-old neighbor got into a shed on the property and gained access to some gasoline and lighters. She says the boy then called her little brother over.
He poured gasoline on a tennis ball, took a lighter, lit it up, and just chucked it right at my brother's face. and then ran away from him and watched him burn.
Tonight, Dominic is lucky to be alive. But what happened has his loved ones outraged because they say this isn't the first time the bully has put him in the hospital, previously for a concussion.
2 months ago, under the bully's mother's supervision, he was pushed into a wall and fell to the floor. And
Maybe that's that incident at that school. Remember that teacher?
And again, the mother refuses to admit her kid did it.
News 4 went by the home and tried to speak to the other family allegedly involved, but they did not want to talk. And all police will say is up to 4 unattended children were seen playing with gasoline and lighting objects on fire. The incident is currently still under investigation as to the exact cause of the burn injuries. Meanwhile, Dominic's loved ones say they want justice.
It's heartbreaking. It's sickening to know that the family, there's nothing being done about this. This needs to be seen everywhere so everyone knows Dom's story and what he had to go through and the extent it went to for someone to hopefully do something.
Dominic's family has set up a GoFundMe page to help them pay for hospital expenses and so they can move out and find somewhere else to live. As of now, no one is facing charges. In Bridgeport,
no one is facing, yeah.
Anjali Hemphill, News 4.
Can't they, isn't it like you hear about 8-year-olds getting charged as adults? That might be too young. Dominic Deegan GoFundMe. Part of the GoFundMe should be to hire a hitman, frankly. Oh, man. Well, Dominic's going to be rolling in cash. Okay. $526,000. Jesus. Wow. Kate asked the question, why did they let their son play with this maniac? It's a great question. Fair. Sir Bob of Oliver says if that was my child, the parents would be meeting the business end of my 12 gauge. Kenny says fucking piece of shit bullies and their piece of shit parents. Yeah, when you move out, you got to throw a Molotov cocktail through their front picture window. God, I don't know how people can control themselves, how the rage. I think that really says something about parents that don't, actually follow through on that rage and want to hurt someone. This poor little guy. $526,000. That is good news. It needs to go up about 10 times the amount. Oh. There you go. Awful. This kid needs everything. He's going to be throwing out the first pitch. He's going to go to Disney World for free. Whatever. His money is no good anymore. That's what you get. If you're 6 years old and you've got to go through that type of trauma, you have the rest of all of your life is taken care of. If you have to go through life now with recovering from massive injuries from a burn, Jesus. Yeah, so $526,000, they'll be able to get whatever they want and move out of that shithole. But man, what a bunch of assholes. And if you're this family, they need to make it known, the media does, who these people are so that they can be canceled. And hopefully that 8-year-old will die, all of that family needs to be wiped out. Jesus. It's fucking sickening. All right. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. Thank you so much for being on board with the show. If you need a mortgage, call upon Mario. The rates are going up. The government is doing all they can to try to make it so that you don't spend money through credit card, that you don't buy a car, that you don't buy a house. Trying to lower the demand. That's what they're trying to do. I did that. So the interest rate is going to go up again. and again and again to try to calm down this inflation. Bad time to redo your house, by the way. Oh, fucking shit. But you can still get a mortgage, and Mario will get you one as low as possible. 231-332-6505. The alternative is to reach out to Kyle Ryan, where his slogan is, "We are the home of the 98% mortgage." Not at the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm still paying you back for trying to steal a free plug on the show. You are not allowed to just promote your business or whatever the hell it is you do. That is dirty pool is what you did there. You're lucky I didn't slug you. That would probably be the last thing I did if I slugged you at Bosco's. But I wasn't going to do that because I was too busy involved in girl talk with my lady friends. Kyle says, we're like, service professor will fuck you in the ass. That was a good moment when that hit. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. 616-532-6600. If you need scheduled repairs, emergency maintenance done, something's gone wrong, whatever it may be, they all makes and models, foreign or domestic, with the exception of Volkswagens. Of course, the experts in EVs and hybrids. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. 532-6600. Had a great time at Bosco's Pub. Love them. And my God, I think the Luigi has surpassed the Olive Burger as all-time favorite. Bosco's Pub for lunch or dinner. Now, they're in a bit of flux right now when it comes to employees. They're hiring cooks, $15 to $22 an hour. Bang on the door at Bosco's, grab the help wanted sign and say, I'm your new cook. You're making pub food. You can do this. Anybody can do this. I'm guessing if you have no experience, you're on the lower end of that pay scale. If you do have experience, you're on the higher end of that. Both of those are good rates. $15 to $22 an hour. Contact Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan. Very flexible with the hours. They need help. Thank you to Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance, buyinsurancehere.com. I was talking at the start of the show about how they helped my man Kyle, who's going to be here working on my house. If you do not have health insurance, there is a special enrollment period open right now. Kyle does qualify for it. So if you're like out of work or if you're working like without health insurance, like your employer doesn't offer that, you need that. And don't think, because Kyle was like under the impression, the guy fixing my house, that he just can't afford it. And I said, I don't think that's true. And I've got a guy that can help you. A day later, he's insured, him and his lovely wife. There's a special enrollment period right now to get affordable health insurance. And I don't want you to do all this. I want you to call Frank, 616-914-4070. He's going to pick up a phone that's shaped like Donald Trump's dick. He's going to be like, yeah, hey, how you doing? Excuse me. Don't hold that against him, though. He's an expert in his field. He says, if you don't have health insurance, you need to call me right now. I will figure out if you qualify for the special enrollment period, even if you missed the open enrollment last year. You can get this done. Call or text Frank at 616-914-4070. Please mention me or else I'll hear it from that pain in the ass. Hey, I'm not hearing from anybody. So would you please do this for me? Also, think in your brain about people you know or love who are turning 65 or getting ready to start working, being paid by Social Security. Frank does all of that for his clients. No fee. Doesn't charge you anything. All of this is free. So if you need help filling out your Social Security or your Medicare Part A and B, and you have a parent or loved one that has a 65th birthday coming up, Frank can help with all of that. He's the best. He's got big guns. He's awesome. All right. Service professor. I'll fuck you in the ass. That's funny. Okay. Bully or the bully's parents? What are we doing here? Well, if the bully is the asshole of the day, well, this should be called needs to be murdered, not asshole of the day. Person that needs to be murdered would be the bully. But are we talking about the bully or the bully's parents? It might be the bully's parents because kids do stupid shit. You know? Why not both? Bully family. And this kid has injuries so severe that it's going to sound terrible, but his whole head is burnt, like to a crisp. Fucking A. The Bully family is your asshole of the day, brought to you by TC Paintball and JM Synthetics. We'll fuck you in the ass. All right. That is going to do it. I am out of time for the Eric Zane Show podcast. Thank you for being part of it. On the Patreon, we're going to get into Biden, his king of comedy. I always talk about it like I'm going to do it here, but then I don't. I'm going to save it for the Patreon, and I'm going to go over Biden's White House Correspondents' Dinner stand-up routine. He started out hot and was killing, and then the dementia kicked in, and then he was strong on the back half. In the middle, he was a little wonky. We're going to break that down. I swear to God, I'm going to get into the excitement at the South Carolina Little League. I've been sitting on this for a week. That all coming up on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Let's see. I think I'm sending you off to the Boomer Bunker. Okay? I wonder what those dumbasses are doing. They might even be on right now as we speak. I see that they're live right now. I might even be able to pipe them in here.
I tell you what, I love that opening song so much. It really does pump me up. I get there, I'm singing it now. Now I'm saying, I got boomers in my life.
Boomers in your life.
I'm telling you, man, I love that song. It's probably one of your best works ever. And you do some good stuff. So
I appreciate that. I haven't recorded the other one yet. So
you have another one?
Yeah. I did it for you last week before the show.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like.
Looks like Kate is already over there.
Anyhow, how was your weekend? Shit's been going on. What are we into?
Questions. Yeah. I'll go ahead and go through the headlines this morning, if that pleases the court.
It pleases me.
Okay. Headlines this morning on mainstream media: emergency evacuations in Mariupol. 5.5 million estimated have fled the Ukraine. To put that into perspective, their population in 2021 was just shy of 42 million. A secretive trip for congressional Democrats to the Ukraine. What the fuck is Jolie doing over there? I'm guessing it's money laundering season and time to refuel on adrenochrome. In other news, Kansas.
Oh, he's busting out jokes.
Some encouraging news for COVID vax for our nation's youngest Americans. Soon they'll get the venom too. We should prepare for a summer surge, they say. And last thing here, sad news. We lost Naomi Judd.
We lost her, so she died.
Oh, here we go.
I just thought that they just couldn't find her.
Uh-oh.
She was like wandering around. Nashville somewhere.
So,
yeah, John's really broken up about it.
I don't really have any other information. Now, I know that there was some kind of an award show last night, whatever, country music or something. And they were planning to honor her anyway, whether she would, but she didn't make it. She passed away the night before. And her daughters, I think, is Ashley and Naomi. No, yes. I'm sorry, Ashley and Winona.
Winona, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not a big Judd's fan boy. I guess you'd say so. Yeah, but they were there. From what I heard, there was not a dry eye in the room and whatnot. So.
Yeah, apparently. Well, again, I don't know enough to know enough, so I don't want to speculate. But I heard mental illness was the only way you usually die from mental illness is.
What about if you're on stage?
What do you mean about if you're on stage? She didn't die on stage, did she?
Comics die on stage all the time, don't they?
Not all the time. There's been a few that have dropped dead.
Oh, I don't mean like that one who got
mental illness is. Is that what he said? All right. Okay, folks. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you on the Patreon. Okay. Have a good one. Till next time. Bye-bye.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.